Hey people, CzarThwomp here, and welcome to episode 22 of Apollo Justice. Last time, we did some more investigating. We checked out the crime scene in Lamiroir's dressing room. We also talked with Klavier, and which we got to see him unleash his wrath upon Darian, a detective and his second guitarist, who basically botched the section. Because apparently to Klavier, you do not mess up music. Klavier will end you if he sees you messing up music. So anyways, let's get going. July 7th, backstage hallway. Eek! Who's there? There he goes again! Who is that guy? Oh, Trucy.
You know, he did look sort of familiar.
So he is a friend of yours.
No, that's not it. Sorry, I don't remember.
Curiouser and curiouser. Okay. July 7th, Governor's dressing room.
Ah, Lamiroir! What? What has happened? I heard that Mr. Letus has died.
Lamiroir, you speak? You speak English.
Ah, yes. I was invited here from Republic of Borginia, but I am not Borginian by birth.
But wasn't Mr. Letus your interpreter?
Ah, that. Yes, well. It was Mr. Letus's idea. He thought it would add to the mystery, you see.
Then your PS is also...
No, Machi Tobai is Borginian. He does not speak English. Now, please tell me, what has happened to Mr. Letus? Why did he...
Actually, Mr. Letus was...
Trucy!
Huh?
Remember what Prosecutor Gavin said, not a word!
But Mr. Letus is Lamiroir's manager. That's not fair to her. I mean, isn't she a related party?
Precisely what Prosecutor Gavin doesn't want to alert, I'd suspect.
All we have been told is that to wait in this room. It is very upsetting.
I'm sorry, we're trying to figure it out ourselves.
Do
you think I can ask you some questions?
Of course. I'm always willing to help.
She's as calm as she looked on stage. I can't put my finger on why, but I like this Lamiroir.
What is it, Machi? What? You'd be alone.
What seems to be the problem?
Machi, he is not good around strangers. He wishes to go out for a breath of fresh air. Would that be alright?
Oh, sure, of course! Then Machi exits the dressing room. He sees Pollyanna.
What are you doing out here, little Borginian boy? You trying to fight me? You trying to obfuscate the truth? Well, you have to get to me, my kobolds, and the army of Borginia! And the army of Kotofia!
And then basically you see all these Kodofian guards just behind Pollyanna.
Charge, my guards! Go! Take down the Borginian! What is it you wish to ask me about?
Would you mind taking a look at this, Klavier?
I'm sorry, but I'm not sure what to say. I wish I could help you.
Oh, don't worry about it. Certainly one of the most pleasant refusals I've had. Okay. Yeah, she's probably not gonna say anything about this, but just wanted to double check. Okay. That reminds me! Does this brooch look familiar to you?
My brooch, yes. Well, it may be mine.
Yours, Lamiroir?
I was wearing a brooch earlier, you see. I must have lost it.
Well, that explains the brooch we found. It was Lamiroir's.
Thank you. I was wondering why I dropped it.
So this brooch belongs to her. That begs the question.
Is there something wrong, Polly?
What was this brooch doing at the crime scene? Okay. Just wanted to double check. Okay, Lamiroir.
The Republic of Borginia! That's in Northern Europe, right?
I never even heard of it.
And then CzarThwomp burst in. How could you have never heard about Borginia? It is a beautiful country with thick ladies. The thickest of thick ladies. Thicker than the thickest of molasses. And just as sticky, we also have fine art. Look at the leaf red statue.
That's not the Leaf Red statue. It has orange eyes.
It is artistic liberty. And I also have million cents to say that this is real. So don't you sass me, boy.
I'm not sassing you.
Bang, just hits him hollow with his bag of coins. Now you have been silenced by my coins.
I started acting in a restaurant. The producer called me. Before I knew it, here I am.
You don't say. Do you know my daddy plays piano in a restaurant?
Producers tend to look for talent, Trucy.
Yeah, only producer Phoenix would run into would be Roger Martinez just sitting in the back. Ugh, what is going on with that sound? Oh, it's disgusting! And then he sees Trucy come in. Now I see why it sounds so horrid.
Were you born there?
Well,
Oh, is that supposed to be a secret?
Imagine image is everything when you're a star, Polly. I know a bit about that, of course.
yes, it is something like that. A contract, you might say. I am also not to speak anything but Borginese in public.
This is important, I guess.
She's not all image though. Her songs are lovely. A real landscape painter in sound.
A painter in what?
She travels the world, turning the sights she sees into music. That's the secret to your music's beauty, right?
You're very perceptive.
Oh, I use your songs all the time in my stage act.
And then basically... And then CzarThwomp comes in. Oh, you're using Borginian songs in your acts. Well, I will sue your ass for that. Borginia is my country, and I control the copyrights. Million cents, lawyers, get her.
I don't have to pay royalties for that, do I?
I'm beating the game to its own lines.
Stop on your head, Trucy! I'm not defending you on this!
CzarThwomp, a bunch of CzarThwomp's family comes in. Meet my lawyer family! We have cadmium LeBlanc! We have copper LeBlanc! Fluoride LeBlanc! Sodium LeBlanc! Laurentium LeBlanc! All of his elements coming to get you. Iron LeBlanc! He is Iron Man! He coats himself with the nickels!
This landscape painter in sound too is an image. Yet without it, my songs would not be so widely heard.
They even call you the siren of the ballad, right?
Yes, in Borginese, Lamiroir means the siren. I fear that perhaps already I am not the siren I once was.
Machi.
Your pianist Machi, was it? He's cute, like a porcelain doll.
And then Machi, he's standing in the hallway, and Phoenix just appears behind him. Hello, Machi.
Who you are? Who are you?
Oh, I'm your worst nightmare, Machi. Because if you ask my daughter up, and then Phoenix, you're gonna have Phoenix's left eye begins to go blue. You're gonna have a bad time. Yes, Phoenix having that Sans appearance. Phoenix was Sans before Sans.
He's
very European.
I met him while singing in restaurants in Borginia. He is an orphan, yet his playing is exquisite. Soon he came to live with me.
It's like a fairy tale, almost.
I noticed he hardly leaves your side.
Yes, well, he's blind. At first, I hesitated at dragging him across the world.
He doesn't speak English either, does he?
He had never left Borginia before we met. I made his presence part of my contract. Machi and I together are Lamiroir, together always. Mr. Latouche was my new manager.
New?
Yes, from 3 months ago. Around when I received Mr. Gavin's invitation to come, I met Mr. Latouche at my office. He was to be my manager and bodyguard, and it turned out my interpreter.
Interpreter, even though you speak English?
Yes, but we were to visit more places than just here. We had a concert in Japan scheduled after this one.
And then meanwhile you get Leon and the artist Leon Kuwata. Ooh, hey! Hey there! Sorry, my Leon voice has always been weird.
So I fear that may have been to be cancelled now.
Was Mr. Latouche from the Republic of Borginia too?
Well, he was only with me for 3 months. I'm afraid there was much I don't know about him. And now I shall never know. No one would even tell me why he has died.
I'm sorry! Mr. Gavin said we weren't to talk to anyone.
Mr. Latouche was a talented man. The siren of the ballad. That phrase was his idea, you know. I am happy for him that it has become so well known.
The siren! That's what he meant!
Huh? Polly!
You're the siren, right, Lamiroir?
That is the meaning of my name in Borginese, yes. It was the name my producer gave me, but why'd you ask?
It's very important. I have to know for sure if the siren was you.
What do you mean, important?
I'll tell you. You deserve to know. Siren! It turns out that's a very important word for this case.
How?
When we found Mr. Latouche, he was still alive.
What?
I heard him say something. His last words. Mr. Latouche, can you hear me?
Ask witness.
Hang in there, Mr. Latouche. Tell me, who was the witness?
The witness is Siren.
He said siren, really?
I was the only one there to hear it, but I'm sure that's what he said.
Mr. Latouche said that? Ask the witness. And you're the...
And you're the siren, Lamiroir. Did you see what happened?
Darn my fingernail, I have that one real long corner. Okay,
Lamiroir!
Might I ask, are you with the police?
Oh, well, no, I'm a defense attorney.
An attorney? Yet there have been no arrests, yes?
Is that a problem?
Does an attorney not work for a client? If you have no client, you should leave the investigation to the police, I think.
But Lamiroir,
I am sorry, but I cannot answer your questions. I'm afraid you lack the authority to ask them. Jerk powers, activate.
Ugh, why?
I don't know. I just have this feeling that I have to be a jerk.
If you witness the crime, what won't you tell us?
I believe we are through here.
I believe so. Whoa, who's there now?
it's you! Where were you?
Ugh, Emma! Is something wrong? She looks grumpier than usual.
You bet something's wrong! That's the apostles happened! It's all your fault, you know!
Oops, maybe this is about leaving the crime scene.
What do you mean by impossible? Well, it's gone! Utterly gone! What's gone? The body, stupid! What else? Mr. Latouche's body disappeared!
And then meanwhile, I know this is out of the blue, but just I could imagine Sebastian being Emma's the prosecutor assigned to Emma. Sebastian makes a mistake. Emma calls him stupid, and then Sebastian just starts crying. Why are you being mean to me? I'm trying my best.
What?
Ah, Prosecutor Gavin!
From your vignettes there, I gather you've had news.
I heard Mr. Latouche's body's gone missing.
Look for yourself. Quite the pickle. Quite the pickle.
How can you stand there? We have to start the invest.
There's no need for alarm, Fraulein Detective. All entrances and exits have been sealed. The body will not leave the building. So I suggest we go find ourselves a cadaver. There will be plenty of time to ponder the whys later.
Well, you seem pretty sure of yourself, Mr. Gavin.
Oh, we'll find them. I'm rather enjoying this.
How can Mr. Trucy's body just disappear?
Well,
You heard the man. Let's get searching.
hi! I don't know if this is exactly the right time, but... Yes, Darian? Darian? Say, Greta's gone missing. Gita's gone missing. It was in the dressing room.
Geeter, who's Geeter?
That's why I got my guitar, you like man! Your guitar was stolen. I'm sorry. I can't transition between my German accent and my Australian accent.
This hasn't been a good day for guitars or Geeters.
Okay, body fast, then guitar. Okay, I'm back. And if someone finds that guitar, please bring it to my art dressing room.
Geeta's like a missing person, not lost and found, man. Well, this sure is what he got? A sausage? No way, it was a pickle, and it's your pickle. I told you to stay in the room.
Sorry, that was all I can say.
It's all right. Top priority now is finding that body. You can make it up to me later. 10 bags or so of chocolate Zaku should do the trick nicely.
You should watch your sugar intake, Emma.
It's all I have.
The wings.
Does something seem different to you, Polly?
Something is definitely different here.
Let's check it out. That stage there must have been lowered before.
That's the tower that Lamiroir and Buster Gown were singing on.
Someone must have raised it. I don't see a way to control it from here. Polly, what about that ladder there against the wall?
Trucy! That's a step ladder!
We can use that to take a look at the top.
Hey, we should get Emma.
What are you talking about? We have to see this sort of thing for ourselves.
I'm not so good with heights.
Stop whining and start climbing, Polly. You have no fear while you work for me, Polly.
I know you're paid all too well, Apollo. I can't even go on one step on a step stool without getting freaked out.
It didn't look that high from below, really. But when we got to the top, I felt every one of those 20 feet down. Of course, I wasn't thinking about the height anymore. Not after what we found up there.
Eek!
We found two things we were looking for, and one thing we'd never expect to find. The body, guitar in hand, and the pianist, Machi. He was trying to rock out. He was a zombie rocking out.
Must produce decent music. Right, the agency.
Oh, that concert last night sure went south in a hurry.
No kidding. Why did they arrest Machi? Why?
Don't look at me like it's my fault.
Of course it's your fault, Polly. You said he was on the stage, Polly. You told the truth, Polly.
Machi, the blind pianist. Arrest on suspicion of murdering Roma and Latu.
I can't believe such a cute little boy could do something so horrible.
I guess they had proof of some kind.
What proof could possibly prove that?
Warning.
Prosecutor Gavin!
What a night, eh? I apologize for being so upset.
Mr. Gavin, do you know what's going on? Why did they arrest Machi? Why?
Don't look at him like it's his fault either.
It was tough for me too. We were born together that night after all, yet the powers that be say that, given the circumstances, it could only have been him.
What do you mean by the circumstances?
Lamiroir was invited from Borginian as an ambassador of goodwill. It is vital that this case be wrapped up swiftly. That's all the powers that be want, really.
Well, those are circumstances, alright. But what makes Machi the only possible suspect?
Hair forehead. You seem to have forgotten that you're talking to the prosecution, the enemy.
Alright! I think I like this side of Prosecutor Gavin better, actually.
I'm not at liberty to discuss the particulars of this case, especially not to the defense attorney.
What? Did you just say me, the defense attorney?
That's what I came to tell you. He's down at the detention center. He wants to request your services. He wants to take you down.
Hey, you mean Machi? Machi wants he?
Yeah, he's heard you suck.
That's what we've been waiting for, Polly. Let's get going.
Alright.
Good luck. I'm off to question Lamiroir.
Right, later. I hope I'm up to this.
July 8th, detention center, visitor's room.
Well, I just don't get it. I refuse to believe a cute little kid like that could do something so terrible.
You said that already.
Machi, everything's gonna be okay. We're here for you.
Maybe you can tell me about last night?
Huh?
That was when I realized how tough it must be. A little kid like this. In a country so far from everything he's ever known.
Maybe Lamiroir can help.
But did Prosecutor Gavin say she was with him?
Good luck. I'm off to question Lamiroir.
Why would you have flashback for that? It was literally 5 seconds ago.
Well, what are we gonna do?
That's all a good question. I can't think of anything we can do but go with this. And hope for the best at the trial tomorrow.
Okay, trial time. July 9th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3.
Court is now in session 4. How do I say that?
Machi Tobayon, the big C of the Arpeggio. The Arpeggio.
Right, this trial. Court is in session. The defense is right, Your Honor.
The prosecution is A-OK, Herr Judge.
Very well, Prosecutor Gavin.
Ach, my opening statement, ja.
No. Actually, there was something else I wanted to ask you about.
Yep, ja.
Say you're going to visit someone at the hospital with an incurable disease. What do you say to them?
I love how he's asking Klavier this and not really. Too bad he's not asking Apollo this. That would have just been the perfect thing. Just make Apollo feel even more awkward.
I mean, you wouldn't say get well soon, right? You'd only be kicking them when they're down. What are you talking about? Actually, I'm going to visit someone who is eternally ill. Right after this trial, the Chief Justice's son. The Chief Justice? His son is afflicted with a most terrible disease. A love of smooth jazz. He doesn't have long, it seems. So I thought I'd go pay him a visit. I thought saying something moving might be the order of the day.
Why don't grown-ups ever just say what's on their mind instead of pretending?
She looked at me with something like disgust. Hey, what are you looking at me like that for? In any case, I'm a bit busy today, so let's wrap this up quickly. Prosecutor Gavin, your opening statement, briefly.
You're not, Judge. I believe you'll be going on your hospital visit sooner than you think. First, to review the victim in this case. Roman Latus, age 35, the global manager for Diva songstress Lamiroir. The cause of death, blood loss due to a single shot, being shot by a large caliber revolver. This report has all the details.
The court accepts this as evidence. A .45 caliber, that's quite large, isn't it? Direction from that could knock a man off his feet.
However, the bullet struck him in the shoulder. The damage to his body was slight, death was not immediate. Sadly, his blood loss was such that he could not be saved.
I suppose the victim's condition could have been much worse, considering.
2 shots were fired. 1 shot missed, the other penetrated past through the victim's shoulder. Both bullets were found in the wall at the scene. Observe the diagram. This is where the bullets hit.
I see. This court accepts the evidence. If we're talking about a .45 caliber revolver, We must assume that the killer was adept at the weapon's use.
Really? Really?
Yeah, apparently weapons that this size have a powerful kickback. If, say, the judge tried to fire one, it'd break every bone in his body. The defense will take more care in choosing examples.
As I was saying, the victim was shot backstage in the dressing room. This dressing room has only one entrance, this door.
That does seem to be the case, yes.
However, there were witnesses who heard the gunshots.
He's talking about you and Emma, huh?
Yet when the witnesses entered the room, it was empty, save for the victim's body, of course.
But that's impossible.
Exactly, this murder was impossible. For all but one person.
One person?
That is, of course, the defendant, Machi.
Only the defendant could have committed the crime? But how?
It's quite simple. With his lithe body, he slipped to the vent like water.
Very well, I assume you have testimony to back up this claim. Let's the witness please take the stand.
First time, Emma gets to be the detective witness. Your name and profession, please.
Emma Sky, I'm a detective for the police department. I was on security detail at the concert forum that night.
Emma seems tired somehow. Security at the concert, you say?
Some security I was couldn't even solve a murder.
No, don't blame yourself. Things like this happen. I've made even bigger mistakes in my career, you know. I'm sure that makes her feel way better.
I want to hear about these bigger mistakes.
In any case, because you were on security details, the crime was quickly discovered, and we were able to identify the killer. You may give the court your testimony if you would. Describe the circumstances of the day and the discoveries of the crime, please.
Alright.
Really, I could just imagine Emma and Klavier having some great interrogation sessions with him being the good cop who's trying to be basically the suspect's friend, and then you get Emma who's just trying to lay down the law with staccoos and angry words.
That night of the murder, I was security backstage at Prosecutor Gavin's request. Only people involved with the concert in some way were allowed backstage. At the beginning of the third set, I heard shots. I went to the room filled with blaring rock music and found the body. I examined the scene and determined that only the defendant could have done it.
It was lucky that a detective was the first on the scene.
But that door was the only way out of the room, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Then I don't get it. How can they say that Machi did it?
Looks like we need to be a bit more information. Well then, the defense may begin the cross-examination.
Yeah, we'll get through this cross-examination and then we'll end the episode off.
The night of the murder was the night of the concert, yes?
That's right.
What was the detective doing on security detail, may I ask? If it was only a concert.
My thoughts exactly. But orders are orders, even when they come from rock gods. You can't really argue when they threaten to cut your pay.
Oscar Gavin?
Yeah, sure. Allow me to explain. I smelled something that day. You might say it's the sense of conspiracy. That day at the concert hall.
Conspiracy?
Sure. You see, we are a very paranoid bunch. It being the Gavin family thrives off paranoia. The world is out to get us. That is what mine and Kristoff's mother would always say. Well, isn't it obvious? My keys! The whole morning, no, the whole day was ruined. And it's all because someone stole my keys. And then I can just imagine, this enters the court record. This enters the transcript for this case. Someone can look at this case and see Klavier say, it's all because my day was ruined because someone stole my keys. I couldn't ride my hog to the show. I couldn't open my guitar case.
There he goes again.
Is it possible he simply misplaced them?
Misplaced them? Misplaced items don't just wander into murder victims' hands on their own.
What's this, Prosecutor Gavin? If your keys were in the victim's hand, that makes you a prime suspect.
I support this!
Love, slow acting and new, quinine is waiting for you.
He's singing something.
Does everything with this guy have to be so over the top?
The killing happened in the middle of my concert. I was, like a sailor, adrifting on the sea of sound. Anyways, I didn't want anything else stolen. So I put the detective with the most time on their hands on the task. And the detective who I love to torture the most.
I see, I can accept that.
Well, I can! What do you mean time on their hands?
Please, the testimony! We were let in though!
I didn't know about that. I certainly didn't invite you.
I gave the Fraulein special permission to be there. I wanted to see her again.
Oh boy, did you hear that? We're officially involved now.
Gee, great!
Some other hangers-on tried to get backstage, but I drove them off.
So no other outsiders were there then?
And then...
I believe we were having a chat when we heard the shots.
Yes, I was demanding you to get me tea! You were the one chatting, I was eating snackoos.
Oh, hey, no stacking in the court.
And you're sure these shots came from Lamiroir's room?
Yes, absolutely.
Hey, I'm the one being cross-examined here. Here, this'll keep you quiet.
Thanks. So, how much about Emma?
Don't eat my snackoo! We were right there. How do you even think about...
Please either talk or eat, not both at the same time.
Right, so after that, you, Mr. Lawyer there, opened the dressing room door.
Rock?
Blaring, yes.
When you say rock, are you referring to perhaps to this rock and roll music that's so popular these days? That's right, when we went to the dressing room. Music was blowing over the speaker on the wall.
They pipe sound from the stage to the backstage to the speakers. That way people in the back can hear what they're supposed to when they're supposed to be on stage.
Did it have to be so loud?
You don't listen to the Gavineers with your ears. You feel it with your entire body and soul. I always have the backstage marches at full volume. And then Christoph, and you wonder why I never come to your concerts, Klavier.
When we walked in the room, the band was playing Guilty Love, I believe, making it easy to determine the time of the crime.
If you could hear that music playing.
Then everyone on stage for that long has an alibi, including myself.
Anyways, I closed up the scene and started my investigation.
How could you know something like that?
As I said, it was clear from the circumstances. Listen, we know that there was only one exit from this room, that door. That small window only opened a tiny crack, and I was standing around that door. So how could the killer have fled the scene? There's only one possibility, the air vent.
Oh! But that air vent was too small! Who could possibly?
Exactly. There's certainly no way you could get through, nor me. The only one who could fit through was a child.
A child?
Remember, access to those rooms was limited. Only those involved with the concert were allowed.
And all of the people involved with the concert, only one is small enough to be considered a child.
Look, the defendant.
The pixie of the arpeggio flitted up towards the sky. And disappeared from the scene of the crime.
But that's just conjecture.
Oh, there was no other way out of that room. You were there, you should know her for it.
And there's another vital piece of evidence.
Evidence? What?
Marks were found on the air vent grill. Traces that had recently been opened.
What?
And something else was found quite clearly. The defendant, Machi, Tobai's fingerprints.
What? Order!
That evidence was the only way out of the room. The defendant's fingerprints were found on the grill. Well, her forehead? What fairy tale does this suggest to you? Well, answer that question next episode. Anyways, I really appreciate that you still coming to watch this episode. Review. If you go back for the next one. If you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever you want. I'll see you next time. Bye.